Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of Cthulhu Death May Die, where we are going through the Season 1, Episode 3, Danse Macabre scenario with two characters from the new comic pack. If you haven't seen what I'm talking about, please go to the first episode and I'll explain all of that to you there in the magic of video. So check that out if you aren't caught up and you're just checking into this for the first time, because we're pretty deep into the scenario. This will be episode, I believe, 4 or 5. Anyway, we were playing with a character from the base Kickstarter, not exclusives, but the bonus stuff that you get, the stretch goal box with Marguerite. She is a waitress, or like somebody that a server at a house, like a maid or something. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, she's kind of also looks like she might be a little bit of a psycho killer, because she has an ability called Butcher, which combines insanity with successes. She's pretty cool. We also have Alan. He is a detective, and he comes from the comic book box, and that's Allan. You'll see a sheet as we go through things. Again, you can go back and look back at this. He's a pretty neat character. He's doing really well. We got some seriously optimized dice rolling from Marguerite the Butcher and Alan the detective, and then we have Annabelle, who is like a seer or voodoo type person, something like that. Anyway, she's pretty cool. She's got a neat ability of channeling, which I haven't beefed up yet because she hasn't gained enough. I didn't want to trigger her catatonia, which knocks her over and makes her useless. So we're about to probably see her go up in insanity and gain some experience and finally enhance some of her abilities, but we haven't done so yet. Also, in this scenario, we have to get these four summoners, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the waterfront. We're doing a really good job at that, actually. It's going to take us some time, and we're going to have to usher them, but now we know where they are, and hopefully before the Mythos cards can screw that up, we will send them packing down the hallway there. So, yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get started right now, and I'm going to start with Alan. Alan is right here in this space here with 3 of those summoners. And what I want to do is he gets a free rest action because he has a cook with him. Let's take a look at his sheet. He has this cook with him that gives him a free rest action each turn. He's going to use it. Why not? Well, he might not use it yet. I think we're going to wait because he only has 1 stress. We'll wait till the end of the turn, see if he can use that more to his advantage. Now he also has this peacock, which says you may bring 1 ball goer, whether face down, dancer or sorcerer, with you when you leave a space. That's pretty cool. I don't think he's going to be able to use that right away, but this peacock's going to be handy. And then we have the cook. He also has the handgun over there, which is pretty nice. So let's go take his turn. I think for his turn, he's going to do a couple of actions of ushering ball goers. And that is the special action of moving 2 sorcerers, or 1 sorcerer per action. So usher ballgoers allows him to usher a ballgoer up to 2 spaces away from him. So we're going to go 1, 2. There's 1 sorcerer at the waterfront, and 1, 2. That's his second action. So for his third action, I do believe he is going to shoot this guy and get him out of our face. He's got lots of dice to do that with. Now it does say, if I use the handgun, it says before attacking, you may choose to gain 2 extra green dice, but if you do, all face-down ballgoers move to a space adjacent to you. He's not face-down, he's a sorcerer, so that's not going to have any impact. So we're going to shoot this guy. We're going to use 3 black dice rather. We got the 2 green dice from his marksmanship skill, and the 2 green dice from the apparently loud and scary handgun. And we're going to shoot this guy, make him gone, so that we have a little more latitude on getting people moved. Let's see how he does there. Well, he did really well. He only got 1 sanity hike, which is going to put him over to his next thing, which is perfect. That's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to do this shot. He also did 2 points, which does not yet kill a... yeah, that doesn't actually kill him. Amazing! He did not kill him with this shot. That is kind of crazy. I think I'm going to spend a stress, and he's still got his free rest action too, right? So I think I'm going to spend a stress to roll another green die, re-roll, and he did it. Okay, boom. Because these guys, these cultists of Hastur, take 3 hits to kill, so he is gone now. So we shot that guy down, and we gained 1 insanity. This is important. So going back to him, here's what we do. Paranoia. All monsters on the board move 1 space towards you. There's only 1 monster on the board. Then, if there are no enemies in your space, heal all your stress. So we don't even have to use our free rest action. We will, in fact, heal all of our stress. But while I'm here, I want to make sure we get that. We go up a level, which means we're going to get to boost something else. I think that we're going, because I'm building up all these tokens, but I haven't needed them for movement, so I think we're going to boost up the detective power. You may also discard a detective token, which he's got a bunch of, to reroll a die. So free rerolls without using stress, and he's got a bunch. So that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to do that. And then, so now, man, he can blast away. I'm trying to set him up for his battle with the great old one, Hastur. Okay, but this big baddie does move up one, and Annabelle's like, ooh, I don't want to deal with that. Don't need to deal with it either. But that's going to be the end of Alan's turn. So pretty successful turn overall. Now we need to draw a Mythos card next and see what happens. Oh, okay. What's our first one of these for this round? The nearest hunting horror moves 2 spaces towards you. Wow, that actually is going to not get him to him, but get him into the space with Marguerite. Marguerite can take him out. And then we're going to summon a deep one at the red and blue spaces. So let's put this here. We're going to get the other hunting horror in a 2 deep ones. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not going to summon a hunt. No, we are. We're going to. This hunting horror is going to move 1 to here, 2 to there. So when Marguerite goes, that's not going to be great. This other hunting horror is going to appear. It says at the blue space up here, and then we're going to summon a deep one down here at the waterfront, which makes a lot of sense. So there is the current situation. There's a lot of creatures building up at the waterfront, but all we got to do is get those sorcerers there, and we're okay. All right, now, since there are no enemies in his space, he does get to draw a discovery card, and also his detective ability says after you investigate, so after we do this, we're going to gain 2 more detective tokens. I think he's actually out of them. I think he has all the detective tokens possible for himself. He does. So he can't gain any more detective tokens without using some, but now we got rerolls, so pretty good. But he does get to do this. We found a King Cobra. Man, I wish this was Marguerite. That would be much better. All right. Oh, man, we can be incoming sorcerel, which we know we don't like that. But look at this. A hooded snake that can produce a potent venom. You may take 2 stress to claim the Cobra, or you can do nothing and take this. The Cobra gives us extra health and gains 1 when attacking a monster or cultist. It says 1 green die when attacking. It doesn't say it can't be at range with his marksman ability. So that could be interesting. We're going to take the stress and give him the King Cobra. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but this party that we were at, this ball, had a menagerie of animals and an animal tamer. Now, the animal tamer is hanging out with Marguerite, who also is running around with a tiger. So that's pretty good. So Marguerite has, following her around this terrible place, a waitress, a tiger, and an animal tamer. So we're going to see how that goes. Where Alan has a peacock, a cook, his handgun, and a King Cobra. So he's in a pretty interesting place. But that's going to be the end of his turn. And next up, I believe we are going to go with Marguerite. I'm debating this. Let me show you the board. We'll see who's going to go next. So, I mean, Annabelle has some cool things that she can do as well. But I think we are going to go with Marguerite because we're going to attack this guy. But first thing that Marguerite's going to do is is going to take a usher ballgoer action and usher this guy to here. Again, the whole point to this is getting these guys down at the waterfront. I have a plan for next turn if I get that far with Alan. Okay, then her next actions, after shooing him away from the hunting horror where he was on his knees reveling this great beast of the old one, this creature from beyond the void, she kicks him and says, you need to get going. Get down there to the waterfront, and gets him, ushers him down, or I'm going to chop you up with my sword cane, because she has a sword cane, which gives her a free reroll on attacking targets in her space. So anyway, her second action is in fact going to be to attack the hunting horror. Now, we don't want the hunting horror to live necessarily. It gives us insanity. That's not really that bad for her, because we've been really good at mitigating the sanity, not as good at mitigating Hastur moving on the track, but we've gotten a little better at that in the later rounds. Anyway, here's what we're going to do with her. She is going to attack it. She's going to use 3 dice for the attack. She gets 1 die from the tiger when attacking a monster. That's the only thing that gives her any extra dice, except she can instead get successes Her brawling allows her to split dice, so that's not really that great so far. I thought she had she gets a green die for her level, so that's not bad. But remember, we want to kill this thing, so hopefully we can use this too to help gain successes if we need to. It says instead you may add a sanity and gain success. Here you can just add insanity. It's trying to get you up the track a little faster. All right, and we have the Animal Tamer, which doesn't do anything for us in a fight. We do have the Sword Cane, which we have 1 free reroll when attacking a target in our space. So I think we can kill the Hunting Horror. We need 4 hits. I thought she did more dice than this. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not. All right, 4 hits. Okay, here we go. 4 hits. Oh, that was not good. Okay, so we got 2 hits so far. 3 hits. Sorry, we got 3 hits. We need 1 more hit, and they're on the black dice, so that kind of sucks. We'll use the Sword Cane to reroll 1. And we did it with a sanity bump. That's okay. So there we go. We did kill the Hunting Horror in the first attack. We didn't use any insanity, so that's good for us. And it would have attacked her at the end of her turn too, so I'm glad it's gone. But we do gain 1 insanity. And go there. That's pretty good. All right, now she still has 1 more action left to go. And she is going to go 1, 2 to right here, I think, as a move action. Yeah, that's not going to hurt her at all. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake with her too that I didn't think about this. This is an effect. So we got the 3rd. So she was able to move. What does this do? The jewelry. When ushering a ballgoer, you may move them 1 additional space. And ballgoers are as far as I can read it, ballgoers are every character on the board. Like when it says usher ballgoers, for example, this skill says move 1 ballgoer token, including sorcerers, in your space up to 3 tokens. So they are considered ballgoer tokens. So I believe when she did that action here with this guy, and he went 1, 2, she could have said 1, 2, 3 and got him to the waterfront, making us that much closer to a victory. And I believe that seems fair. If I win in this episode and you tell me I was wrong, well, then I was wrong. But I think that's okay. So that is going to be all of her actions. She is complete. We'll take the dice away and we'll draw the next Mythos card. Hopefully nothing tragic happens. Well, it is going to be another near move for Hastur. And it says each investigator token. Each investigator takes 1 stress for each animal companion they have. For each stress they cannot take. Luckily, we're in good shape here. They take 1 wound instead. Each investigator also loses 1 insanity for each ensorcelled condition, which I've kept us to none. So Marguerite does have 1 animal. She has the tiger. So she's going to take 1 stress. That puts her at 3. She's fine. Alan has actually 2 animals, the peacock and the king cobra, but he had no stress, so he's going to go up to 3. And then Annabelle just has a crystal ball. She doesn't have to do anything with that. So speaking of which, that means that now Marguerite did her draw Mythos card. There's nobody in her space, so she can investigate or fight. She's going to investigate, of course, and see what we get. A gorilla. Well, so this is going to be an easy choice for her because she has the Animal Tamer as well. But the gorilla just gives her 3 health. Man, this is great. This is going to be great in the fight against Hastur for sure. So she's going to, now it says you may take 2 stress to claim the gorilla. That would put her at max, but she has the Animal Tamer, which says you may take 1 stress instead of 2 to claim an animal. So she is at 4 stress now, and we're going to put this there. We're going to take it, and she's got a gorilla, a tiger. Man, just crazy stuff. Now the gorilla doesn't do anything for her other than give her something to sacrifice for damage, which is fine. And that marks the end of her turn. So we got all the way to Annabelle in a good way because I think we're about to win. I'm just going to read the conditions of winning again just to be sure, but it says to disrupt the ritual, get all sorcerers face up in the waterfront space. Well, we're not going to win. We're going to disrupt the ritual. Then we have to deal with that. But we're going to do that exactly right now. There's a lot of creatures out, but they're not anywhere near us. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move, and we're all going to be in the same general area, so that's going to be helpful. We're going to move 1. Our first action is going to be, for Annabelle, is going to be to move. She's going to move there. Hold on, let me just double check that. Yeah, she can move. You can move 3 spaces. She doesn't have anything that changes her movement, so she's fine there. She moves there. For her second action, she's going to usher a ballgoer. Yeah, that's what she's going to do, and she's going to usher this guy 2 spaces to the waterfront, and we have successfully disrupted the ritual. So what happens now? Well, a lot of bad things happen, kind of, but also a lot of good things. So Hastur is going to be summoned. That means we take the stage 1 card aside, and we look at this one, and it says, when revealed, summon Hastur into your space. So, oh, that's kind of bad for Alan. I knew that was true. I may not have moved her to where he is. That was 2 spaces. I probably would have moved her to where Marguerite was. That would have made more sense. So I'm just going to make that adjustment. I would have thought about that, honestly, because I do know that they do move. They usually almost always end up in the space where you are. Then summon one Hastur disciple at the nearest gate. It says monster cards and cultists gain an extra green die when attacking if their target has 2 or more yellow signs. Well, all of us have 2 yellow signs. Now, we can do 12 damage to him to get rid of that stage. We have to do this a few times. It's going to get worse and worse and worse for us. I can tell you that right now. But so we're going to take this thing here. We're going to put that there. And we are going to summon Hastur to the board. Boom, 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 boom. And you know what else I did also forget to do was roll her for her gift at the beginning of the turn. I need to do that because that is going to be helpful, and it is. All right, now she has gained no levels, right? So she may end up doing it this turn. We'll see. So Hastur appears here. Marguerite squeals viciously because she's a butcher. She's going to go after this guy. And Annabelle is going to turn her channeling into power and attack the old one. Okay, so she doesn't have a great attack. That's not great because she's going to get walloped on by Hastur at the end of the round. Now, this is the point where, if at this point in the game one of our investigators actually dies, which is possible, it doesn't end the game. They all have to die for the game to end. So right now we are going to get our 3 black dice to attack Hastur. She does have her channeling die, which she can use, which would bump her up a level. This is probably a good thing. But she has no other dice that's going to help her. She does have Arcane Mastery, so the good thing is that an Arcane Mastery symbol does count. That means the 1 die she does have for channeling can count as a hit and another hit because of the Elder Sign symbol. So, but we're just going to roll these 3 dice and see what we get. Well, that's good. That's actually good for her. So we're going to do this. And we're going to activate her channeling ability. It says after the start of your turn, we did that, we rolled the die. Choose 1 to keep. Well, we didn't have any bonus dice. So we're just choosing 1 to keep because we're not at a point where we get bonus dice. So we're going to do that. That gives us 1, 2, 3 hits on Hastur. I will take this and put it here next to him so that we can see the progress there on the board. But she also takes 2 sanity hits, 1 for using that die and this, but that's okay because she only has 1 to go, and it's the end of her turn. So she does finally hit a level, and we look at this. Lay your catatonia, lay your figure down. While down, you are safe and cannot be attacked. This is actually a good thing. Investigate, move, or take any other actions. Then, other than actions, then rest. You must take 1 stress to stand up. Well, that's fine. So she just falls catatonic after hitting Hastur for 3 damage. She falls over, but she does get to go up a level. And I'm debating on if she does that with Arcane Mastery or channeling. It says instead you may add a sanity and your gift to all rolls. This one says choose 1 to keep your gift. You may add sanity and your gift to 1 roll each turn. So this is all rolls, right? We could have done that. That's cool. That's really powerful, actually. Instead, you may add sanity and gift to all your rolls, man. Or we do Arcane Mastery. Instead, you may count any number of Elder Signs. Both of those are very powerful. I think this is going to be better for us right now. We're going to go up in Arcane Mastery right now with her. Okay, that marks the end of her turn. She is down, so she still does have to draw a Mythos card, and then she is going to suffer an attack at the end of the round by Hastur. But what's the Mythos? Well, wait, hold on. I got to check something. I haven't played this a little while. I want to double check something before I do that. Okay, let's see what badness happens here. Okay, naming the nameless. Okay, each investigator rolls a black die for each yellow sign they take 1 wound for each success and lose 1 sanity for each tentacle rolled, and then summon a cultist in the orange spot. We'll do the summon the cultist right now. That is way down here at the bottom of the board, and then there's also 3 of these, so we are going to advance Hastur, which means we are going to also do his actions, his end of turn actions. Okay, so First, though, let's do this. We're all going to roll a black die. So this will be for Marguerite. She took a wound. That's okay. This will be for Alan. He took nothing because that's a elder sign. And this will be for Annabelle. She took a sanity hit. Not a big deal for her either. That puts her... Actually, it's good that she took a sanity hit there. And she is catatonic. I still think she can be affected by this. Okay, but we do have 3 of these in the discard pile. So let's go see what happens. One of the interesting things about this is that Hastur still gets this every ability he collects. Like when you defeat him to the next thing, he gets a little harder to beat. You gain a yellow sign token. That's you, meaning the person that is doing this. So that would be Annabelle. That gives her a 3rd yellow sign token. Not great. Summon 1 Hastur's disciple at the nearest gate. We do have 1 more Hastur disciple. That's going to be at the red gate. And then summon a cultist at each other gate. Well, they are full, but they are not moving. They're just hanging around the gates, which is okay. So that's going to be that. And then this doesn't have any other abilities. It just says that the monsters and cultists gain a die when attacking. Okay, so let's go then take the... Hastur would now attack Annabelle, but Annabelle is catatonic, which says she is safe, meaning nothing bad can happen to her. And we've ended a round. That's the end of that round. What a crazy round that was, right? We're going to do 1 more in this session. Now, she would have normally been attacked by Hastur, so she doesn't get to get a discovery card either. I think we're about, maybe Alan might still get a discovery card. We'll see. And we are going to go with massive dice rolling Alan next against Hastur, so we'll see how this goes. He's going to get 3 attacks on Hastur. It's going to be very interesting. And he has a bunch of rerolls. He's going to do some damage. Okay, here's Alan. He sees the Elder One form into being after the disruption of the ritual by knocking all of the sorcerers into the water off the waterfront and basically drowning them. And he is going to shoot Hastur with all of his ability that he can muster. So, what does he have? Well, he still has his free rest. We're not going to use that quite yet. He has his detective and his marksman, so let's get his dice out. He's, of course, going to have 3 dice here, the normal 3 dice that we have. He gets 1 die for his level. He gets 2 dice for his marksmanship, and 2 dice for the handgun. And we're going to have to roll another die because he gets another die for the King Cobra. Look at these dice, man. He is a machine right now. This is awesome. So let's roll this and see what we get. Oh, I didn't move Hastur up. I got to move him up on the scale. We got a couple of turns to defeat him. We got to make it fast. Oh, and then I also, before we do that, I'm just going to shuffle up the Mythos deck again just to be sure I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and I might forget. And then we got to do that because he will be drawing a Mythos card very soon. Hopefully we don't get swarmed by these monsters. It is quite possible that Marguerite goes down very quickly if the monsters come into the space with Hastur there. I mean the cultists, rather. There's tons of cultists and a monster. Alright, there's that. Now, let's roll our dice against Hastur. Everything against Hastur right here. And we get to roll another die. Wow, that was a really pathetic roll. Okay, so we got, right now, only 3 hits and 1 sanity. Okay, but we're going to re-roll. I'm going to use 3 of his... No, I'm going to use all of them. Why not? Let's use 4 detective tokens and get all 4 of these re-rolled. Let's see if we can do better. That's better. There we go. 1, 2. We still have some stuff here. I have 2 more detective tokens. It doesn't say I can ever stop using them. It says you may discard a detective token to re-roll a die. We're going to use these 2. We're going to use all of them, and we're going to re-roll 2 more dice. And look at that. 2 more hits, man. He is a machine. And then we get to re-roll. We get to roll another die for the King Cobra. And that is a hit 2. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits on Hastur. So that's going to be 3, 6, and 2 more. That puts him at 9, 10, at least 1 hit away from losing the next level. This is about the best I've done in one of these scenarios. Pretty darn good. So he's at 11 at this moment in time. And that was only Alan's first attack. Now, he didn't get any... He's out of tokens, so his next attacks are just going to be attacks. He does go up 1 in insanity. He is not tracking badly there at all. And we're going to re-roll all these dice again and see what we can do to bring down Hastur. Well, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I do get one more die because of the King Cobra. I will spend 2 stress, putting them at maximum to reroll these 2 dice. That gives us another hit. I will roll again for the King Cobra. That does not he does not hit, so we'll stop there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more hits. So first off, we do 1 more damage right now, leaving 4 hits left. We'll take all this off, and we go to reveal Hastur's next stage. Man, did Alan unload on that. This is now gone. We got 2 more stages to go. We might be able to get him. When revealed, move Hastur to the red gate. Oh, that hurt us right there. Each investigator within 2 or more yellow signs takes a wound. That is everybody. So everybody takes a wound. We're gonna have to do some resting, and then it says at the end of each turn you gain a new yellow sign. So this could be bad because that means this is Alan's turn, right? So what happens here is he goes to here to the red gate. So he just moved there. He said, I am not going to keep getting blasted by this guy, right? Moves away. Alan can't really. I don't want monsters too close to him. Man, I wish I can get, if I can get 1 level more on his marksman, I can attack 2 away, but I don't have that now. Plus also, we got to add 4 more damage to Hastur, because he did take more damage than the hit that did all that those wonderful shots to him. But that's going to make it so Alan cannot attack again. He's going to get his free rest action, which I think we'll take right now. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3. And I could take another, just use his last turn, because I don't want any monsters with him. Oh, yeah. It's possible. So his paranoia, his paranoia is not going to take any effect anyway. Not yet. We got a ways to go on that. I did gain another insanity on that hit. So there, he's up. That's where he's at right now. Just trying to make sure we do everything cleanly before we move on. All right, so I think he will. He'll take, I know it's a little short-sighted of him, but he'll do that. That marks the end of his turn. So he's going to draw his Mythos card. He's also going to gain another yellow sign at the end of his turn, so I'm going to put that right there so I don't forget. And what does he get? Well, a deep one. The nearest deep one moves 2 spaces towards you, then kills a face-down ball goer. That's okay. We don't have any. But let me show you what happens on the board. All right, well, he just moves on past Marguerite and them and comes toward Alan. So Alan's going to have to fight this turn. Not great. And then this deep one will appear here. So I guess the good news is Alan can take that guy out. He won't be able to use his marksmanship, I guess, or he can. No, because if he moves, he's going to take. He doesn't have stealth. So anyway, he does get a reroll. He does have a little bit of toughness on him. So anyway, that is the end of his turn. I was hoping he'd get to draw another discovery card, but he's not going to. And then he's going to take this as well. He's not going to do that because the deep one is going to attack him. And what does it say about the deep one? It says, if it deals any wounds, summon a deep one in its space. The new deep one doesn't attack this turn. Okay, well this could be bad for us. We could end up with a big brawl back here. I was hoping to send Marguerite after Hastur, but you can see we're going to have to clear that out now. This turned out to be a little tougher of a situation than I thought. Okay, so the end result of that is we're going to roll a green die and a black die for the deep one and see what he gets. Nothing, no damage from the deep one. That's what we rolled. No damage from the deep one on that. So his ability to trigger another deep one does not come into play, and that marks the official end of Alan's turn. So I think we're going to go with Marguerite, and I think that what we're going to have to do with Marguerite is move her 1 back. She will then take an action to attack the deep one. That's going to give her, she doesn't have that many dice. She does have a die for her level. She of course has the 3 black dice, which are base. She has a die from brawling, and that's it. I mean, she can use her butcher ability, but that's what she's got. And the tiger. The tiger gains a die against monsters, so she gets this. Put these over here and see what we get. And dice going all over the place. She does kill the deep one, I believe. Yes, with 3 hits. And she takes a sanity damage, which is okay. But she does kill the deep one in her second of 3 actions. And then for her last action, she is going to rest. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, She'll go 1, 2, and 1, just so she has some stress in case we need to stress out over animals and that. She's got 2 animals. That would put her at max. Okay, and that is going to mark the end of her turn. So now we're going to draw her Mythos card. This is not as... I thought we were in a much better situation. Well, we probably still are. We'll see how this goes. But we do get to put this here. That is going to stay out. We still keep track of these. We can still lose the game if we get to the end of the track with these symbols. All right, next up. Oh, this is another one. Hunting Horror. Each hunting horror moves 2 spaces towards you, dealing 1 wound to any investigator in the space they enter, and then we summon a hunting horror at the yellow space. Okay, so we'll put that down. This one's going to move 1, 2 to here. It doesn't actually get to anybody, but then over here we summon another one right there. And that's 2 signs there. Now, at the end of that turn, Marguerite is actually going to get to draw a discovery card. There's only a few left. Let's see what she gets here. Ensorcelled or the monkey. Well, we can take 1 stress to get the monkey. While you have it, gain 1 level in stealth. I like that. She already has stealth. That would put her... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to take the monkey. That's going to give her 1 more stress. So she only has 1 stress to spend right now. But she's healthy, so that's okay. And we have a lot of hit points we can take. I mean, we can just let people like the waitress just eat damage for us. All right, and what that does for her is give her a level of stealth. Now, if she didn't have stealth, just for the sake of understanding the game, she would get this token. Okay, but she does have stealth, so as long as she has the monkey, she's going to be up at that level in stealth, which is pretty cool. And that marks the end of her turn. Okay, now at the end of the turn, I believe Hastur thing says at the end of each turn you gain a yellow sign. So it doesn't matter where Hastur is in that process. Marguerite now gains a yellow sign, so there's 3. I don't know how to get rid of the yellow signs. I don't remember, and I haven't had the energy to bother with it right now. So from a gameplay standpoint, we've been doing well. All right, next up we have Annabelle. Annabelle, this guy fell over, but he's right here. Annabelle is going to, of course, get up. Annabelle can't do that much. I'm a little worried about her right here. She's not like the big fighter of the day. Anyway, we're going to roll her die for her gift. It is a hit. Oh, you know what she could do? I'm wondering. I could move up, attack once, move back. I don't have stealth, so every monster, I think including Hastur, would come with her. You know what? We need someone with stealth to do that. But, what do I do with her? What do I do that has value with Annabelle? I mean, she's going to take another... She's going to have 4 yellow signs. That's bad. She doesn't have any way to make a ranged attack or anything truly useful. She's got her Arcane Mastery and her Channeling. I think the best thing she can do... God, this is really just not that great of a scenario for her this turn. She's been doing fine with her crystal ball and all that good stuff. Let's do this. We're going to simply move her back with the group because she's not that great of a fighter. And then her second action is going to be to rest, which will put her 1, 2 back to here, and 3, so she's completely healthy. And I think that's it. She's going to then, well, she could, the crystal ball is useless to her. I wonder if we can trade anything valuable. She doesn't have any additional hit points. She's going to do a trade, I think. We'll trade, maybe I trade the King Cobra over. That gives her a health and a die roll against monsters or cultists. It reduces 1 die from Alan, but I'm not that worked up to it. Oh, by the way, I forgot when Alan ended his turn. No, he had a fight. He didn't get anything, did he? Yeah, because the hunting horror was in his space. Or the deep one. I think we're going to do that. For her last action, she's going to trade. She can trade with anybody. Does she want to trade with Marguerite? Maybe give Annabelle the gorilla for some health, since the others have so many. Because see, here's the cool thing. Alan has 3 other, the peacock, the cook, and the king cobra that give him health. That's 3 points. Marguerite has the tiger, which gives her 2, the animal tamer 1, the waitress 1, and the monkey 1. So she's got a lot of extra health she can burn. Of course, she loses abilities when she does that. I think we're going to give the king cobra over to Annabelle. So we're going to give the king cobra. That seems to be cool too because she's like this seer channel or voodoo type person. So giving her a snake seems pretty cool. All right, and that is going to be her last action. So let's draw her Mythos card. Hopefully nothing comes charging at us. We're going to have to figure this out. Hastur, oh god, we're going to move Hastur again too. Each disciple moves 2 spaces towards you. Okay, that's going to be a lot of movement. So we'll start here. This guy moves to here. These 2 move into the space with her. This is kind of a good thing, actually. This guy moves to here. And that's it. Now, we do have 2 in her space, and then we're going to summon a Hastur disciple, but we don't have any more, and they're finite. So there's not going to be another one appearing unless we kill one, which we're not. Okay, so that's the end of that. So she's going to have to deal with that part of it. She is also going to take another yellow sign. She can be a 4 because of the Hastur's ability at the end of the turn. I'll make sure I got to remember that they do an extra die when they attack. I think I forgot one of those, but that's okay. It's hard enough as it is, right, to do this. So let's see. Just make sure we had everything spaced out so I can read all the Hastur abilities. All right, next up, that is going to be the end of it. That was her card. So Hastur's going to move. We're going to deal with some fights. Or Hastur's going to take an action. His action is going to be when you gain a yellow sign token. You gain a yellow sign token. She can gain another one. I think she's got the most. Now, Annabelle has 5 yellow sign tokens. Because this is what happens when Hastur advances. Summon 1 Hastur disciple. We can't do that. It's the nearest gate. And 1 cultist. Everybody's summoned. We can't do any of that. That's good. So the only thing we have to do is she's going to have to defend against these cultists. Now these cultists are kind of nasty. They got 3 green dice. And they're going to be attacking Annabelle with 3 green dice. This could put her down. This could be really bad. She does have toughness. She gets 1 free roll, 1 free reroll when attacked, rolling for fire. So she's being attacked right now. Boom. 1 hit. That's not bad. She'll just eat it. Second attack. 1 hit. She'll take that. She still hasn't had to use the reroll yet. I think she's okay. And that's it. So 2 of them hit her and did 2 points of damage, and that's the end of the turn. She does not get a discovery card. Okay. That is going to be the end of it, except we have to advance Hastur as well, which means we're running out of time. But it's going to come down to the wire. We could defeat him. We're going to have to clear that space out. Luckily, some of the monsters came to us. So Marguerite can tear into them. Then maybe Alan can move and tear into the rest of them. And we clear the space out so we can get back to Hastur and finish him off in the next round. But anyway, that is going to mark the end of this episode. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I do have to shuffle up the Mythos deck again because we had 3. Now we're 2 away from losing the game. That's so bad. That means we still have a bunch of turns left, but you know, it means we have at least 6 turns if every card comes out with the summoning sign on it to move Hastur. But I think we can get him. We only have the 1 card. We have the final. We're on the final stage. We do 12 points to him, and he is done. So right now he does, and he's. I mean, we are taking him down, right? So wait, I take that back. No, we did do him. Yeah, we did get into the second one, right? I think we're on the second stage though. We're on stage 3, not the final stage. We're on this one, so I need to put this on top just to make sure I keep track of it. Yeah, I took it off there to keep track, but it's actually there. We got to do 24 points of damage to him. Well, not quite because he has 4 on him now, so we got to do quite a bit more damage left to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Cthulhu Death May Die. We're getting close to the end of it, and it seems like it's going pretty well for us, actually, for a change. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.